Gluten-free, dairy-free, let's bake. Hi, my name is Barb and welcome to my kitchen. Today, let's get critical about cashews in this awesome tasting but still too flat cashew candy cookie. In my last experiment, we tried the ribbon method, which made the chewiest possible cookie. The cashew candy brittle creates a really nice crunch as well as provides a great pungent caramel flavor. The results are, I announced these cookies were ready and there was a family stampede to devour them. I've never had my family, who are not gluten-free, dairy-free, get so excited about something I've made. This recipe tastes great and they honestly don't care that the cookies don't look right. It's all about the taste for them. But I would like to bake these for people outside my family and they need to look right before I can be proud of them. I need them to look better without compromising what's already so good about them. Critical about cashews. Homemade cashew butter is nothing like store-bought peanut butter. It's no wonder my cookies have so much spread because this substitution isn't a strong one. So I see two ways to go about this. Make the cashew butter stickier somehow to make it a better butter, or embrace the fact that cashews act more like a flour, specifically almond meal, in this recipe and give it some support to act like a better flour. Enter cashews and coconut flour. I increased the amount of cashews to grind into meal by 50%. I also included a small amount, quarter cup, of coconut flour into the dry ingredients. Coconut flour is a powerful ingredient that does not need a lot added to make a difference. The dough doesn't look or feel that much different, but I've got promising results with coconut flour and chocolate chip cookies before, so I think this can work. So far, so good. These are nice and full like I wanted them to be. Taste? They are perfect. I am so pleased with how these turned out. I can't wait to make them again and share them with others. Some notes. This recipe calls for a solid amount of salt, more than one might find in a cookie recipe. This is necessary to balance out the sweetness of the candy and the ample amount of sugar in the recipe, and to bring out the flavor of those nuts. An important note about cashew candy. You might notice that my cashew candy is basically pulverized and there are no chunks. You'll also notice that when I show you pictures of these cookies, there's always some visible chunks. There's some magic happening while they bake. The tiny pieces of candy melt and find each other. They melt and get bigger. So when you're grinding this stuff down, imagine the biggest piece in your mix getting twice as big, because that can happen. It's better to go too small and powdery than it is to have a supermassive brittle in the middle of a bite. Trust the magic. And try making these gluten-free, dairy-free cashew candy cookies. Here's the recipe. Cashew candy cookies. Makes about 48 cookies. 12 tablespoons plant butter softened. 1.5 cups sugar. Quarter cup glucose. 1 large egg. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. 240 grams all-purpose gluten-free measure for measure flour. 1.5 cups cashew ground into meal. Quarter cup coconut flour. 1 teaspoon baking powder. 2 teaspoons salt. Half a recipe of cashew brittle, 200 grams, ground into fine pieces. Mix dry ingredients in separate bowl, set aside. Cream, sugar, and eggs using the ribbon method until creamy and thick, at least 3 minutes. Cream and butter, glucose, and vanilla. Mix in dry ingredients until just incorporated. Add cashew brittle and mix until spread evenly throughout dough. Cover and refrigerate for 2 days. Preheat oven to 350. Scoop using a medium cookie scoop onto baking sheets. Bake 9 to 11 minutes until tops have a dry looking finish and bottoms are beginning to golden. When firm, cool completely on wire racks. Store covered at room temperature. I hope you enjoy these cookies as much as my family has enjoyed them. Thanks for watching.